Okay, so we're here at Knott's Berry Farm for the peanut celebration, and this is not quite one of their themed items, but it is a new item, and it has a little peanuts sign next to it, so we thought we would try it because it's gluten-free. So that's kind of interesting, and yeah, it's a apple galette, and it is $4.75. So that's not terrible. Most of the things here are between like $3 and $7, unless you're getting the gigantic cinnamon rolls. I still got to do a cinnamon roll review for you guys so you can see what I mean by they're gigantic. But yeah, let me, oh god, pick it up. Oh, yeah. 30 hours later. Okay. It's gluten-free, so if you've never had a gluten-free thing before, because they don't use like wheat products in them, the crusts are often a lot like crunchier and chewier because they I don't know what this one uses. It tastes a lot like almond flour. It's probably almond flour. Almond flour is really common in these. But yeah, it's just very like if you take like a pie crust and you like leave it out, it's got that same kind of consistency where it's a little bit chewy, but it's also like crunchy, if that makes sense. It's not really flaky though, which is the quality that I think you lose in a lot of gluten-free items. It's still very good, but if you're not gluten-free and you are here to try this, you will notice a difference in the crust, I think, from the normal crust that they use on everything else here. If you are gluten-free and you want to try this, I don't know how gluten-free this is. If you are gluten-free, you'll know what I mean by saying that, but if you don't, the gluten-free brownies they have in there are packaged because that's the way you can verify it has not touched any other gluten products. These are like, I don't know where they store them, I don't know how they make them. You can ask them, of course, and they might know or they might not, but what I'm saying is I cannot verify how gluten-free this is if you are like super like sensitive to gluten. It's very good though, and so if you're like on the lighter side of like celiac, then I think this is probably a pretty safe bet because it probably has trace amounts, but I don't think they probably cleaned down the workspace, so it's not as bad as it could be. It's probably similar to like which place is it? I think it's Blaze Pizza. They do a gluten-free pizza, but they only clean down the worktop. They don't do it in a totally separate room like I think it's Disneyland. They have a completely separate room for all of their gluten-free products. I don't know if that's the case here or not, so you would have to ask. But yeah, this apple pie filling here in the middle is the same as their regular apple pie, but it's a little bit like not chewier, but like stickier, I guess, which is probably because there's some kind of thing that they can't use, so they substituted something else. It tastes exactly the same though, like spices wise and everything. So I'm very happy with this actually. It's very good, and I'm glad that they're having more options for people who are gluten-free here at the park, because aside from the brownies, that's it. That's the only thing I can think of. So I would really love if they had more like actual food options, but all of the stuff here is really bun heavy, and it's kind of like weird to me. So I guess they realize that that's a kind of a thing now, and like catering to people with allergies is like a good business move. So yeah, I'm gonna take another bite of this, and I will see you guys in the next one.